The advanced selfie, the art of taking a photograph of oneself with the focus of showcasing the natural beauty of the human body and its environment. The advanced selfie term was created by Sorelle Amore, a digital nomad whose mission statement it is to beautifully build better beings. With her advanced selfie, she explores the human body and its connection to nature, capturing while she travels the world. So we came to a park today to try to do Sorelle Amore's advanced selfie.
Oh yeah.
We got two cameras here. We have one right here, clearly. That's why Andrew's here.
The only reason why I'm ever here.
You're only here just for the camera. Just kidding. Okay, I'm all ready and geared up, and we have Andrew here to help out. So yeah, let's just go. I think we need an introduction of ourselves, just so you know. This is Andrew. He's a wannabe photographer. And this is Stephanie, also a wannabe photographer. So we're not pros.
Good at this at all?
Yeah, so that's why we're here, to figure it out.
We're gonna give it our best shot.
Yes, we are. So today, I want to try and recreate some of her advanced selfies and take what I've learned from doing that and maybe creating some of my own. So let's go have fun. So to make things a little easier and more fun and less work for Stephanie, Andrew's just going to be pressing the button, but we're trying to preserve the tripod element of the advanced selfie by keeping it on a tripod and stationary. Looking through Sorelle Amore's advanced selfies, I tried to find a common thread throughout her work. So the key components are 1. Scenery, with an emphasis on nature. 2. Posing. 3. Being naked. 4. Contrast, using light and shadows. 5. Mood and expression. 6. Fashion. 7. Depth. And 8. Post-production, aka editing. And now for recreation. The photo of inspiration was a photo of Sorelle Amore somewhere, I think it might be San Francisco, on a bridge. So with this photo, we notice the key things that are like the leading lines that lead right all to her face, which is actually kind of genius, and I wish that I could capture that. What we notice also is the lighting that she uses. On the edges, you can see a slight vignette. I tried not to say vignette there. And then you also see the desaturation in the sky and overall desaturation basically everywhere in the photo. And then high contrasts in the blacks, but then the whites aren't even that bright. So dark blacks, everything overall is muted, I would say. My version of this photo is definitely less sophisticated. I tried my best to replicate it, but I'm not sure how well I did. The bridge I used was a bridge, so that's a plus. The sky I did desaturate, which I also think I did pretty well, but my posing was, questionable, not exact. And, the grain was probably a little too big, but it did, I think, capture some of the essence of her photos. Maybe not in the best ways possible, but they're definitely there. What I definitely learned from trying to recreate one of her photos was that having some kind of idea of what pose you're looking for is definitely helpful in making you more confident that you're not just doing some weird thing that doesn't look flattering at all. I mean, I don't look particularly flattering, and it's not even the right pose, but I had a sense of confidence, or at least a directive, towards the photo. And her editing style is also very unique to her. I'm not sure if I particularly would do it for my own photos in my own aesthetic, but I do admire her for it, and I think it was nice to try to learn from someone else's by doing someone else's to see how I can apply what I like from her aesthetic to my own. After taking this photo though and comparing mine to hers, I realized that no matter how hard I tried, mine could never live up to the original capture that she was able to take. It was evident that my photo was not going to have the same spark that hers was able to, which makes sense because it's her idea that I'm recreating. So I thought it'd be better, instead of continuing to make more of her photos, I would try and take those things that I learned, like I said earlier, and apply them for myself sooner, so then I could explore my own creativity simultaneous with using her photos as a guideline in a way. If that makes sense.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't...
Walking montage!
first good photo we got was on a log at our first location. We're getting dirty doing this. Ow. Alright, let's see what Andrew managed to click. So I think we got some bangers. Probably not bangers, but I'm learning along the way. I want to use the log as an assistance to posing. So this image I think would be good for scenery, posing, contrast, fashion, and post-production out of the key elements I described earlier. With this photo, it transformed the definition of what a log could be, because most logs would just be trees fallen over and you would sit on them, but laying on it kind of added something, I guess, a little different, probably not too different. And with the log, I could experiment with posing in a different way than I usually do, which would be standing up. This time I was laying down, although my hand is very janky in this photo and I can't really describe what my face is doing, but overall I think it's okay. So the next picture we're going to focus on is the second component of Sorelle Amore advanced selfie, which is
Nudity.
But we're not going to do that for two reasons. One, we're not going to do that. Two, I'm under 18, that'd be a really bad idea. For this second photo, I say this would best captivate mood and expression, scenery, contrast, and depth. With this photo, although it is a shallow lens and there's a blurred background, you do see there is a background and there's more to it because you can see a little bit of the outside and the inside of this little house area. Mood and expression, I think the whole scenery itself kind of conveys a mood, especially with me looking away from the camera. And so you can only see a glimpse of my face, and the dead sticks and the graffiti on the wall all add to this atmosphere that was created with the help of the scenery, contrast between the darks and the lights to create that overall mood and expression. For the third photo, this is honestly probably one of my favorite photos we got, just because I think the whole idea of the photo was pretty creative considering the surroundings. So the park I was at is generally pretty bland and usually just walk or step over a few rocks, but this time I actually decided to go to a higher area and climb the rocks, which was pretty fun, not gonna lie. So with this photo, I would say it exemplified contrast, mood and expression, scenery, and posing really well. The posing would be the unique use of the environment I was in, considering it's usually a walking park and I was climbing on the rocks. The scenery, also, the rocks are just stunningly beautiful, and literally I could stare at those rocks all day. And mood and expression, this one was just natural, wasn't even meant to be anything. That's just my natural smile, very happy because I'm climbing rocks and I'm just one with nature. And then contrast would be using a radio filter. I was able to emphasize myself more, but obviously myself is a very different contrast than the rocks, so I think that also helped pull the photo all together.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I highly recommend checking out Sorelle Amore for yourself. All links to her Instagram and website and all that jazz will be in the description below. And if you want to see more content from me, also hit subscribe, check out my Instagram, and all of those links are also in the description below. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later.